Hi, my name is Wes Hansen. I'm the President and CEO of Thunder Gold Corp. Thanks for taking the time to view this presentation, which is outlining our very exciting exploration discovery just outside of the port city of Thunder Bay in northwestern Ontario, the Tower Mountain Gold Project. I'm very excited about this project. I'm a professional geologist by trade. I've worked in the industry for over 40 years. There's very little I haven't done in terms of mineral exploration, mine development, mine operation, corporate office time, consulting geology. I've worked on a number of feasibility studies, probably 6 to 7 worldwide. Have built and operated a number of gold mines over the course of my career, both high grade, narrow vein, underground type gold mines, as well as large tonnage open pit gold mines. I've been involved in some of the expansion of the Paracatu project in Brazil, which was the lowest grade gold mine in the world, still is, producing over 600,000 ounces of gold on an annual basis. So there's a lot that I like when I look at the Tower Mountain project, and my job is now to communicate that to you in this presentation. Before we continue much further, this presentation does include forward-looking statements, which I'm obligated to advise you off um, by law. So I've done that, and I'm going to move on very quickly. One of the reasons, or some of the things I like about Tower Mountain, first and foremost, it's a very tight land package, so our exploration is focused. We have excellent exploration vectors, which makes our exploration programs more successful, something that we've demonstrated in the last two exploration programs where we drilled one of the highest grade samples ever recovered from Tower Mountain, 963 gram high grade hit in a meter and a half of core in our 2023 drill program. But more recently, our 2024 program has demonstrated validity of our primary exploration concept, which is that the perimeter surrounding an alkalic intrusive core at Tower Mountain offers outstanding discovery potential. And we've just demonstrated that in 2024 with a very small drill program, 750 meters, 12 holes. 12 of the 12 holes intersected gold mineralization. It's similar tenor to the 40,000 meter historical data that's been drilled on the opposite side of the intrusion, 1.5 kilometers away. And I think it's the most relevant piece of information at Tower Mountain in the last 50 years since the original discovery was made along the western contact. This is an intrusion-related deposit signature, which means it has significant size potential, probably north of 20 million ounces once all the exploration is done. There's a very limited database, only 42,000 meters, 200 drill holes. Those 200 drill holes are sampled from collar to the end of hole, giving us a 28,000 sample database, all of them approximately a meter and a half in length. One of the things that is a tremendous strategic benefit for our company is we have all of our necessary infrastructure is in place. We have paved road, year-round access to the property gate. Both national railroads pass by the property gate. The city of Thunder Bay is a mere 45 kilometers to the east of the property, easily accessible on a year-round basis. There's hydro at the property boundary. You literally couldn't place a mineral exploration project anywhere in the world in a more favorable location. So very excited about that. That gives us a significant benefit in our exploration costs, which are some of the lowest in the industry. Our last couple of programs have averaged between $300 and $350 a meter, and I can reduce that further through efficiencies if we can start operating more than a single drill with each drill program. Metallurgical recoveries are extremely robust, between 85 and 95%. The mineralization is acid consuming, which alleviates a lot of environmental concerns related to acid rock drainage. All of our exploration permits are in hand, and the claims are in good standing for at least the next 50 years. The simplest analogy here is that Tower Mountain is like a donut. The whole of the donut is reflected in the core of the Tower Mountain intrusive complex, shown here in pink. And then the donut itself surrounds that Tower Mountain intrusive complex for a distance of 500 meters away from that contact. All of the western contact zone has been drilled. That defines about a 1,500 meter strike length out to a distance of 500 meters from the contact. That represents less than 20% of the total perimeter of the halo surrounding the Tower Mountain intrusive contact. As I indicated earlier, our very first drilling in 2024 on the eastern perimeter returned grades and average interval widths that are very, very similar to what we see on the initial 200-hole data set, which is along the western perimeter. This is a distance of about 1,500 meters from between the eastern contact and the western contact. But more importantly, it opens up that entire halo for additional discoveries going forward. So we plan to consume the remainder of the donut by doing detailed and logical exploration to advance this project and increase the size of the potential, the conceptual exploration target. Again, infrastructure and proximity and location can't be beat. You literally couldn't place a gold deposit in a better location anywhere in the world, in my opinion. I think Ontario is the place to be. Lots of political stability. It's a resource-friendly environment. The project has been known since the 1980s, mid-1980s, and has been worked by a number of companies over time, completing in the range of 25 to 26,000 meters of drilling, probably in the range of 120 drill holes before we acquired it in 2020. From 2021 and 2022, we've completed 50 holes, 10,000 meters, some spectacular results, including 3.9 grams over 24 meters, 1.2 grams over 82 meters, 1.2 grams over 90 meters. What you see here is a very consistent gold grade from hole to hole and section to section, minimal variability from any factor, whether that's rock type or alteration. There is no discernible differences in the tenor of gold mineralization based on lithology, alteration, or mineralization that's been observed to date, which suggests significant size potential. Our recent drilling in 2024 on the eastern margin returned identical results, which is extremely exciting news because it demonstrates that the conceptual exploration model that we're working off of holds some validity and certainly warrants additional exploration work in the future. Tower Mountain, if you go through the assessment reports for the eastern Shibando and Greenstone belt, what you see is all gold mineralization that's known and reported in the assessment reports of the Ontario Government Registry basically indicates close affinity between the gold mineralization and alkalic intrusive rocks. Tower Mountain, which is shown in the center of this 20-kilometer radius, is the largest exposed alkalic intrusion within that 20-kilometer radius, which means that it's a very compelling exploration target, and we own 100% of that exploration target. Again, we're looking at a circle within a circle, so if you're looking at an open pit mine, it's going to have a circular profile if you're looking at it on plan, which means that the entire distribution of gold surrounding this Tower Mountain intrusive complex, that halo is perfectly positioned in terms of three-dimensional geometry to be exploited by large open pit mines. If we look at it on section, what we see is lots of opportunity, lots of white space where the current drill pattern has gaps where we could easily add a few drill holes and conceptually increase the size of our conceptual exploration target rapidly and very efficiently at a very low cost of $300 a meter. We believe that the conceptual exploration target defined by the existing 200 drill hole data set probably has defined an exploration target of between 40 to 80 million tons, averaging between 0.8 and 1.2 grams per ton. All of that is reported above a conceptual open pit, which has a limit of 350 meters from surface. So when I'm talking about a conceptual exploration target, I'm talking about the colored blocks that are within that conceptual open pit limit. And when we do our exploration drilling is going to be confined to that same physical constraint. So we're not going to be drilling deep holes 500, 600 meters from surface because our job is to define the open pittable resource, which is within a 350 meter from surface target area. And that's what we're focused on going forward. Our soil geochemistry completed in 2024 has a perfect correlation between the Western contact drilling and the Western contact soil geochemical anomaly, but it also flagged numerous unknown geochemical anomalies that that were previously untested. So we have an extension along this Thunder Creek Fault Zone, which is quite compelling. Our claims remain open farther to the west as we go in that direction along the fault. We have the southwest extension, which is over 1,000 meters long, fairly strong. We have a very good soil geochemical anomaly that's coincident with the southern contact of the intrusion entirely within our claim blocks. And we also have additional targets on the eastern flank. Unfortunately, to the north, the overburden cover is so thick that we didn't get a soil geochemical response, but I think we have enough to keep us busy in the near term. You can see our P target here along that eastern contact, so that's a very compelling target that can be followed up 500 meters to the west to this high-grade soil geochem anomaly of the P extension. So it's a target-rich environment. We believe there's over 11,000 meters of untested strike potential from the soil geochemistry that's been completed, and we've only completed soil geochemistry on half of the known property. We also have MAG, which is also indicative and shows a very close correlation between magnetic lows with the mineralization that's been drilled to date, both along the western contact zone as well as the P zone. And very exciting at the P zone, you have a very strong magnetic low associated with the P target itself, which extends within our property boundary for almost 800 meters to the southeast. And that's a very compelling exploration target that we plan on testing very soon. Baseline metallurgy shows similar type of results as the mineralization itself. It's very consistent regardless of rock type. So here you see intrusive rocks, mixed rocks, and volcanic rocks. All of them are returning 80 to 85% gold recovery. And, you know, this is one of the most stable statistical gold populations I've ever observed. Very, very few outlier values. We have very few super large grade results like 900 grams or 700 grams or 800 grams. Our gravy here is basically that 1 to 2 to 3 gram per ton average material that surrounds that intrusive core, and we plan on drilling that off and adding tons on a very rapid basis to our exploration. Basically we have 227 million shares issued and outstanding, about 20 million options between 10 and 15 cent strike price, 46 million warrants, so on a fully diluted basis, 293 million shares issued and outstanding. We have $2 million in treasury, some of which will be expended in the first half of 2025, doing exploration at Tower Mountain, probably a drill program to chase down what's happening at the P zone and expand that target, as well as selective infill holes on the western contact zone to fill in gaps in the current conceptual exploration target. One of the strongest insiders positions in the junior space. We have over 20% of our shares held by insiders, with an additional 6% with advisors to the company. Retail holds the remaining 24%. Liquidity has been very strong in the last several months as we've started to gain some traction and start doing exploration results and delivering exploration results to our shareholders, which is exactly what we plan to do going forward. And I look forward to doing additional videos describing our successes as we advance the Tower Mountain Gold Project to where I think it should be. So with that, I bid you adieu. Thank you very much for taking the time to view this short video. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us. You can contact us through the information on our website, and I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of your conference.